Welcome, everybody, and welcome to another episode of where we talk about interesting topics that are not normally talked about on the news. So let's get into it. Well, did you know in the news there's an article with the headlines reading, "Son of sharecroppers, HBCU grad was the man who fixed NASA's giant James Webb Space Telescope." His name is Gregory Robinson, who is a double HBCU grad NASA director who was asked to manage a stalled NASA project that already cost $8 billion with a delayed launch, and it also lasted for a decade. He was formerly a NASA's Deputy Administrator of Programs. That position allowed him to assess performance of over 100 plus science missions. That lets me know his project management skills was on point. Shout out to all the PMPs out there in the world. But you want to know what's funny? There's been reports that he was offered the position as a program director of Webb numerous times, and he refused. He enjoyed his job. He stated at the time he enjoyed assessing the performance of more than 100 science missions. Now, anybody that loves science, you will want that access to see that many missions of what's going on, because I'm sure some departments are compartmentalized that where they don't have access to view that many missions. So myself or one of you would have probably wanted that macro view, right? So a colleague by the name of Thomas, who is a NASA Associate Administrator for Science, he revisited the idea again after a stern refusal in the past from Mr. Gregory Robinson. But Dr. respected two skills that he saw was very pertinent. The first one is he's seen many projects, including projects that were in trouble. And the second piece is he has interpersonal trust gaining skills. So he can go into a room and can sit in a cafeteria, and by the time he leaves that cafeteria, everyone in there, he knows half of the people. Now, how many of us can honestly say we can do that? No, and people that can has a special talent. Those are serious soft skills at work there. So the Webb assignment came in the midst of bad publicity for the project. The target date for the launching had slipped away to May 2020 from 2019. A few months after taking over the project, Mr. Robinson brought schedule efficiency up to 95% from 55%, with better communication and managers more willing to share potential bad news. Credit goes out to Sharon Wong, that works for the New York Times. Communication, people, being open, therefore allowing time for solutions to evolve, brainstorming, whatever you want to call it. Now, it states that the James Webb Space Telescope began in 2002, and it had an initial launch date of 2010 and a budget of $1 billion to $3.5 billion. But the project was pushed back to 2014. It was delayed for another 4 years to 2018 when he joined, Robinson, joined as the program director. It was Dr. who was able to convince Robinson to get back on track. With Robinson at the helm, the Webb telescope, which is supposed to gaze at some of the universes in earlier star systems, was finally launched with the Ariane 5 rocket on Christmas 2020. Since then, it has been a smooth deployment. Now, Dr. told the Times the speed at which he turned this thing around was astounding. Now, Mr. Robinson stated with pride that he has worked himself out of a job because he was so efficient with what he had to get done with getting this project on track that now everyone is reaping the rewards of all these stunning pictures and discoveries all thanks to Gregory Robinson. Thank you, Gregory Robinson. So I will post a link in the information below so you can follow up on the articles and read up on it, because this is awesome news. If you like this type of content, please subscribe or hit the like button or hit the dislike button. At least I got your interaction. I want to try to find out things that are interesting, that involve science or anything with medicine, just interesting topics. So let me know what you think.